NASA has been the #1 place to work in the federal government for a 4th year in a row. And Stennis Space Center has been the best place to work within NASA for that same amount of time. So we're very proud of that. As I said before, a lot of history here. You'll see some of that today. One-of-a-kind infrastructure, one-of-a-kind assets, and one of the biggest assets is our people. And we make this a special place. And we're happy to share that with you today. And glad you took off on your Mardi Gras to come see us. All right.
Are there any questions? So Mr. Galloway, you have any questions? Okay, you had your hand up first.
Yes. Given the history of NASA, how each new incoming administration, be it Democrat or Republican, priorities change, how will you deal with whoever wins this fall? Or what plans do you have, or can you even plan for the changes that will come and then what Congress decides to fund? How does that impact these plans for the SLS and other projects that you're working on?
Well, a lot of what ifs in that question,
Yeah.
obviously. What we do is we have a process for transitioning. The entire federal government does. We go through a process of basically telling the new administration what we're working on, why we're working on it, you know, facts, issues, those kinds of things. That's passed along in a very formal process. And obviously, you know, we'll have discussions with the transition team as they come in. And ultimately, though, the president and the Congress, you know, the president would propose a budget, a direction change, and that will have to be worked with Congress. That's the way our system works. We believe that we have a strong program, but we also work ultimately for the people of the United States and their will expressed through the president and the Congress of the United States.
With the 156, you said million or billion that will
Million.
be million that will be coming to Stennis. How does that compare, shape up to what was allocated the previous year?
It's about a $5 million increase.
Is that good news? What will you guys be using that for?
Well, we'll be using it to operate the base, obviously. Some of that is to assure the safety and security of our base here, do the operations and maintenance, to actually run the tests for the RS-25 out at the A1 test stand, to continue modifying the B2 test stand for its work on SLS, and then we have some construction money that we'll be continuing to modernize our infrastructure with the gas distribution system and a couple other minor projects, as well as education and technology development.